So the next section is going to be an interview. It's a primary text. And you guys know from social studies, a primary text is when we're talking from someone who is really there, a document from the actual time. And so this is an actual interview of real people who were living through this at the time. So this is a primary text. So we're going to be gathering information from this primary text and kind of learning and analyzing what was happening in their perspective. Cultural responsive curriculum is the ability to take the cultures and people of your community and insert it directly into the curriculum that you're teaching. It's helping your students find identity in their education. Cultural responsive curriculum is inclusion. You include everyone as a part of your community into your curriculum often, and it's a regular thing. It happens every day where your community and your curriculum become one.
Farm workers, unfortunately, were considered just another item in producing products like fertilizer or boxes or water.
I want you to analyze what he just said. I want you to, a scholar takes time to ponder. A scholar thinks, remember? We're going to use our scholarly attributes. A scholar takes time to ponder. Think about the implications of what he just said. That the farm workers were just another tool. You and your group are going to be coming up with the central idea of the text. The text was our video. We got a lot of data out of this video, a lot of information. And so we're going to bring it together and we are going to synthesize that into a central idea. Well, right now we're looking at informational text and we're looking at finding the central idea. That's RL 8.1. And I'm really focusing on RL 8.6, which talks a lot about the author's point of view. And so when you're looking at author's point of view, you can use whatever author you want. And so as a teacher, I always look for opportunities of how can I put my students into this? How can I make RL 8.6 reflect my classroom? How can I make SL 8.2 when they're trying to connect ideas reflect my students? So they're not just learning a standard, they're not just learning that language, but they're learning it connected to something that's really going to draw them in.
You had a lot to worry about?
So this is a really rigorous text. There's going to be a lot of tough vocabulary. So I want you to take 2 minutes to kind of familiarize yourself with some of the words. Find and underline or put question marks next to ones you don't know. Try and pronounce them to yourself so we can get comfortable with them. I'm just going to give you 2.5 minutes, and I want you to take a moment to kind of get through some of those rigorous reading. So we're going to go ahead and get into the academics part of this. We are going to really dig into the reading. Do I have a volunteer who would like to read paragraph 1? It's not one of the tougher ones. You want to read paragraph 1 for me, sir?
The origin term of Chicano is unclear. However, some experts believe that the word originated from an improper pronunciation or slang version of Mexicano. Consequently, the user was viewed by middle-class Mexicans or Mexican Americans as uneducated, poor, and probably quote-unquote Indian. A pejorative appellation from those of Mexican origin who
I need my students at all levels to struggle a little bit because it's not just about learning about the Chicano movement. It's not just about that. It's about how many ways can I push them? How many ways can I make my students better? I'm going to make you a better reader at the same time as making you learn the standards, at the same time as making you a better person, all in the same lesson. And that's the beauty of culturally responsive curriculum, is because it really ties well into all of those pieces, which the whole student.
The primary injustice was the fact that they didn't receive the right education that they should have. Like only 25% of the high schoolers actually graduated, and that they had to work outside.
I put the author's point of view on primary justice leveled against Mexicans Americans during that period of time was economics and getting treated unfairly.
It is so important for students to intrinsically value their education. And there is no better way for them to find that value than to see themselves as a part of it. So if I can get you to belong in education by inserting you into it and inserting everything about your lifestyle into it, then I've got you. And I can keep you in education, because now education is more to you than just reading, is more to you than just worksheets and assignments. Education is now a doorway that you get to learn about yourself, express yourself, share yourself, and learn and express about everyone and the world that you really live in. And that is extremely powerful.
When I was reading this, it was saying how its education was quite poor, was really poor, and it got me reminding of how back to my family when went back to my dad, he didn't get to make it through school. He only made it through 6th grade, and then he just left there. And my mom, she only made it through middle school, and I'm like, whoa, just wow. How only that much, and yet here I am making it through middle school.